One of the most exciting automotive brands in the world is coming to Australia later this year. That brand is Tesla. Now, Tesla doesn't set up dealerships like your conventional car makers. Instead, it does stores like this one in downtown Seattle. Tesla is essentially still a startup brand, and as such, they've only got one car on sale, the luxury-focused Model S sedan. I'm here with Alexis Georgeson from Tesla Motors to show us around the Model S that we're picking up. So, Alexis, I saw P85 Plus on the back. Plus must be a sports pack.
Yeah, so you're going to be driving the top of the line car. So our P85 Plus is completely maxed out. It goes 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. So the equivalent to that in kilometers is 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.4 seconds. Extremely fast car for a four-door sedan.
It is fast,
yes.
definitely. So usually you'd find an engine up front that would give you all that power.
Right.
But in this car, there's something else under the bonnet, right?
Right.
You want to show us that?
So I'll use my little key here.
Wow.
To double click and pop in the front.
Okay.
And everyone always loves this because they expect an engine, but instead, 5.3 cubic feet of storage.
You could fit quite a few bags in there. That's
right,
excellent.
Exactly.
Well, what about the rear? Obviously, there's a big boot up there as well.
Yes, so if we double click on the back of my little key.
Can I have a look at that?
Yes, absolutely.
That is awesome. Looks just like the Model S. That's
right.
Cool. So I've heard you can get 7 seats in this car.
You can.
Does this car have 7 seats?
This car has 7 seats.
Can you show me how that works?
I will. So it fits 5 adults, and then you can also, very quickly, pop these up, and suddenly you have seating for 7. And remember that front boot, so you can put all your luggage in there, put the kids in the back, take a family road trip with 7.
Wow. That is impressive. I've never seen a 7-seat sedan before. That's pretty cool. I can't see a fuel filler flap anywhere on the car. Can you show me where you plug it in?
Yes, so it is designed to be hidden, and it is right in the taillight.
Certainly must be hidden. Where is it?
It is right here. So if I double click on this little button, and then just plug it in there, and it will turn green when it's charging.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, well, let's get in the car and show me what the interior is like.
All right.
Wow, this is comfortable.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I can see straight away that I've got a battery range indicator up on the dash here. 248 miles.
And that's not even the full capacity. So Model S goes 265 miles, which is an equivalent of 425 kilometers on a single charge.
That is pretty amazing.
Yes, it is. It is by far the greatest range of any electric vehicle.
Okay. So where's all the power held? Obviously we've got space at the front and space at the rear, so it must be underneath, right?
Exactly. So we call the Model S a skateboard architecture, meaning that the battery pack runs the length and the width. So the battery pack is actually adding to the rigidity of the chassis, as well as creating an incredibly low center of gravity and aiding in the incredible performance of the car because you've got all that weight below you.
Okay, so low center of gravity, better handling.
Exactly.
Okay, excellent.
And almost 50-50 weight distribution because the battery pack is so heavy that when it's running the length and the width of the car, you have so much weight up in front as well as in the back.
And so the electric motor is in the back powering the rear wheels.
Exactly. So the electric motor, which is about the size of a watermelon, sits between the rear wheelbase.
And up here I notice you've got a column shift automatic shifter.
Yes.
So no intrusion into the cabin
no transmission
at all.
tunnel. No,
Excellent.
Not at all. The powertrain is comprised of the battery pack, the inverter, a single-speed gearbox, and that motor.
I can't take my eyes off this screen. Look at the size of this thing.
Yes, 17-inch touchscreen. It's about the size of 2.5 iPads.
Wow.
By far the largest screen in any production vehicle.
And there's no buttons anywhere apart from these 2 little ones here.
No, so this screen is the brains of the car.
Okay.
All of your features and functionality are within this screen. So you can actually pull up this beautiful map.
Shows us where we are.
Exactly. This
downtown Seattle.
Be perfect for the road trip you're about to take. So right now we're up in Washington. You're going to make your way down through Oregon and down to California.
And so these little lightning strike icons are the Tesla Superchargers, right?
Tesla Superchargers.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you can plan your trip around where you can charge.
Right. And you'll notice that these little The red dots, the superchargers, are conveniently located along these major highways. So the I-5, which is what you'll be taking down until you hit California and branch off onto probably the 101 for your trip. But we put them along these well-traveled corridors so that you stop quickly on your road trip for 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how much juice you need.
Right.
Grab a quick bite to eat, use the restroom, and get back on the road.
Now, there's lots of little neat icons up here. Can we have a look at the web? So,
Yes.
for example, if we want to have a look at caradvice.com.au,
There it is.
and I can toggle between where these two screens sit,
Right.
and I can make this big screen, right?
Yes. And if you're sitting in your car or waiting to pick the kids up from school, you can read the news, check out car advice.
And there's a modem inside the car?
Yeah, there's 3G connectivity.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a cellular plan, and Tesla pays for that for customers for 4 years.
Take me through the media system. So,
Media. So you have terrestrial radio,
yeah.
which is just AM/FM satellite, as well as internet radio. We're partnered in the US with a company called Slacker, which actually allows you to play any song or artist that you can possibly think of. It will pull it from the internet.
Let's put on some Midnight Oil.
Okay. Play Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil.
First one. There we go.
Excellent.
Just like that.
That's so neat. And
Yeah.
that you can do that with any artist that you can
With
think
any
of.
artist you can think of.
Wow.
Yeah, or any specific song too.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. You can also use these voice controls to tell the car to navigate somewhere. So you
Okay.
could say to Model S, navigate to Starbucks.
Because it is morning and it is
'Cause
coffee time.
Exactly.
Taking time just to think about it, and there we go. We've got...
And then it pulls up all of your Starbucks. Of course, they're mini.
Okay, what else can you show me on this amazing screen? So we've got all the controls of the car here.
Yes, all the controls of the car are here. So you have your control screen, sunroof.
So if I want to
Just-
close the sunroof, would I swipe?
Just click and drag. Just like an iPad.
So there's no buttons up here for the
No
sunroof,
buttons, exactly.
which is very cool. I'll open that up again because
all the way
I actually
back
quite
up.
like that. So what's driving?
Driving
Swimming through
features.
driving.
So you can toggle between regenerative braking. If you've
Yeah.
driven an EV,
Yeah.
that'll be one of the first things you'll notice is that feeling that the car decelerates when you take your foot off of the brake, as well
Right.
as actually saving your brake pads too, because you don't have to use your actual friction brakes as often because the
Okay.
car will slow itself down just by taking your foot off the accelerator. It can be a little bit of an aggressive feeling if you're not used to driving an EV. You can toggle down into low instead.
Yeah.
You can also change the steering mode. So, you can switch over to comfort if you want kind of a more loose Mercedes feel, a little sportier BMW feel, or somewhere in the middle. Creep is an interesting function, and
It's a great name.
It's a great name. So this is one of my favorite features in the car simply because of the story behind it. So the great thing about Model S, I think one of the greatest features of Model S, is that we constantly update the software. And we can send these upgrades to our customers for free and wirelessly without ever having to come into a service center. So when these cars first came to market in the US in 2012, we didn't have this feature. What they missed was creeping. So that feeling of the car rolling forward
Yeah.
at a red light when
Yeah.
you take your foot off of the brake.
Okay.
It kind of naturally
Instead
idles.
of just staying still.
Instead of staying still,
Yeah.
like an EV will just sit still.
Yeah.
They missed that feeling.
Okay.
So via a wireless software update, we were able to build this in and push it to all of our owners' cars on the road.
Yeah.
And they woke up the next day and they had this new feature.
That's really neat. I also see here you've got a suspension setting, so you can set it lower, higher, or very high if you've got to go over a bump or
Right.
a speed hump or whatever.
Exactly.
Now down here we've got the climate controls.
Yes.
So seat heating as well.
Seat heaters, just click that button to turn on climate. Adjust your fan speed here.
Wow, okay.
So we actually have a mobile app as well, and it allows you to precondition the car, turn the heat on when you're still inside of your home so that you can get the car nice and warm and toasty if it's a cold day.
What about these materials? We've got lovely suede or Alcantara up here.
Alcantara, exactly, Napa leather that we're sitting on. And every single Model S is customized, so it's built to order to fit that specific customer's needs and wants. So you actually order it, and then that order is sent to the factory, and the car is built specifically for you.
Wow.
So you get to choose your interior, you get to choose this wood trim, or in this case, the carbon fiber, the paint color, the battery size, whether or not you have the performance package.
I can't wait to drive this car here, and I can't wait to drive it in Australia.
Yes.
Really looking forward to seeing the Model S on the road in Australia. So thanks for your time today.
Yes, absolutely. Pleasure to meet you.